Now to spy devices used to track cell phones and intercept phone calls. Could they be in your neighborhood?
While you might not be a target yourself, you may live next to someone who is.
We know that law enforcement uses them, but the Department of Homeland Security says there are also rogue devices that are a real and growing threat.
The News 4 I-team brought in an expert who found them all around our area. Investigative reporter Jody Fleischer explains what that means for you.
It can be as small as a suitcase.
Most people don't know about it.
Placed anywhere at any time.
Our privacy isn't what it once was.
The technology, sometimes referred to by the brand name StingRay, mimics the signal of a cell phone tower and tricks nearby phones into connecting to it instead.
If you live close to someone who's a target, you could still get caught up.
And the News 4 I-team found in D.C., Maryland, and Northern Virginia, those targets are everywhere.
We just got another one on 2 networks.
Aaron Turner uses special software loaded onto 3 cell phones with 3 different carriers.
So when you see these red bars, those are very high suspicion events.
And we found them in high-profile areas, like outside the Trump International Hotel on Pennsylvania Avenue, going across the 14th Street Bridge into Crystal City. And we got picked up twice while driving along K Street, lobbying Central.
It looks like they don't consider us to be interesting, and so they've dropped us.
Every cell phone has a unique identifying number. The phone catcher technology can harness thousands at a time. DHS has warned that rogue devices could prevent connected phones from making 911 calls, saying if this type of attack occurs during an emergency, it could prevent victims from receiving assistance.
Absolutely, that's a worry.
D.C. Councilwoman Mary Che says the spy technology should be a concern for all who live and work in the district. Our test phones found the devices in 40 different locations, just driving around for a few hours.
I suppose if you spent more time, you'd find even more.
Especially in her ward, where many of the streets are lined with embassies. They were a hotbed during our test.
They're doing the interrogation, right, of who we are, and then the white bar represents when they release us.
Our phones stayed connected the longest right near the Russian embassy. We got picked up twice on International Drive near China and Israel, and driving north on Massachusetts Avenue near Romania and Turkey. Our expert says they all have the technology.
You know, governments do this to each other all the time, and laws, schmaws, you know.
Which is a problem. The spy technology poses a risk to national and economic security, but there's little our government can do with devices on foreign soil.
A law that we had could not tell these embassies what they can and cannot do.
One just popped in.
Okay, yeah, we just got one.
Turner says the phone catchers can also be combined with other technology to listen in or grab data from phones that are connected.
There's no magic software or setting that protects you from these.
Alan Butler works for the Electronic Privacy Information Center. He also lives in D.C.
There's a lot to be concerned about.
Cell carriers can't completely secure our phones because they must allow for law enforcement access. Plus, even the oldest phones must be able to reach 911, so low-tech vulnerabilities can't be closed.
I don't think there's a magic fix here. I don't think Congress can mandate anything to say, hey, carriers do this right now.
He says the good news is about half the devices we found were likely law enforcement investigating crimes or our government using them defensively. We did find a few near Langley and the Pentagon.
Oh yeah, we just got 2.
Even in Bethesda's Kenwood neighborhood, near Palisades in D.C., and along Old Dominion Drive in McLean.
That's a fishy one.
Turner says it could be some sort of corporate espionage.
Maybe someone's involved in a high-level negotiation on a business deal, or maybe it's a government employee who's involved in a regulatory ruling.
And if you've ever wondered why you just can't make a call from inside your home or office,
it could be why. Good reason to have a landline.
You can't avoid your phone being caught, but our expert says you should download free calling and texting apps that use encryption instead of using the standard ones that come with your phone. And if you want a closer look at that map of locations we found, visit our NBC Washington app. Jody Fleischer, News 4 I-team.